The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administrative regulators of 4 region and state competition in 16 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net. Follow GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at official GHSA. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Technical College System of Georgia, Gatorade, Wilson, Easy Go, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Georgia Army National Guard, Regions Bank, and the Georgia Public Broadcaster. This is SUV TV, the SUVTV.com coverage of the Georgia State Basketball Tournament, the quarterfinals, top left quad. It is McEachern, it is Norcross. My partner is Lewis Preston. I'm Joel Hilsman. We are in the perch, high in the House of Blue. Coach, we're going to get right to it because the girls went long in the overtime. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about our players to watch. First, for the number 2 ranked and at home Norcross Blue Devils. Of course, your players to watch: Dalvin White, Kyle Sturdivant, Brandon Boston, Isa Muhammad, and JoJo Topping. Coach, what do you expect to see from that core group, the players to watch?
Well, first of all, just knowing with their veteran guards, I look for them to continue to play the way that they played throughout the course of the year. It's going to be very interesting to see how Muhammad deals with the big fellas inside, especially Akinbola to start, and then Jones and some of the other players that they'll bring off the bench for McEachern.
We'll take a look at the McEachern players to watch: Babatunde Akinbola, Sharif Cooper, Isaac Okoro, Charles Smith, and Jared Jones. We could only give you 5 of them because they go 9, 10, 12 deep. Coach, what do you expect from this group?
First of all, we've talked about it before. I'll say it again. Everybody keeps talking about the guards. This game's going to be won in 3 areas. It's going to be won in the paint. It's going to be won off a second shot. It's going to be won off of 50-50 balls here tonight.
We'll get more into our CBA Sports Keys of the Game after this break right here. The SUV TV.com coverage of the GHSA State Boys Basketball Quarterfinals.
The 360, he throws it down. He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath. Sexton goes step back, fade away 3. Oh, my goodness. Golly, Sexton.
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson making his way around one tight. Now hustling in towards the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson.
Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
Welcome you back inside the House of Blue on the campus of Norcross High School. Joel Hilsman, Lewis Preston, glad that you are with us wherever you are. The SUVTV.com. Let's get to our CBA Sports Keys of the Game. We'll start with Norcross. Coach, Sturdivant and Boston must have big nights, must have Muhammad, and defend everybody and everything.
Well, first of all, if this comes down to one possession, we've had an opportunity to watch Killer Kyle Sturdivant break a number of guys' hearts throughout the season. Isu Muhammad's going to have to be big for them. He's got to have double-digit rebounds tonight. And once again, they've got to defend like nobody's business and basically just allow McEachern one shot.
We take a look at the McEachern Indians and their keys to the game, brought to you by CBA Sports. Okoro and Cooper lead the way, utilize the size advantage and overall team depth. Coach, it's been Okoro and Cooper. That's what everybody knows, but there's a whole lot more that goes with it.
There's a whole lot more, including Charles Smith, You got Jared Jones once again. You got the big fella Akinbola. I think the most important thing is for McEachern, they have to take and play within themselves with the emotion of the game and then just get back to the overall flow and get to their depth as they need it.
Coach, it's a pleasure to work with you tonight, my brother.
Oh, this is what we've been waiting for all year long, partner.
You got it. SUV TV's coverage of the GHSA State Boys Basketball Tournament on SUV TV. We're a little late. You need 2 computers. You need 2 phones. You need 2 tablets. The boys are over there in Newton and Wheeler, and we'll have our CBA Sports State Tournament basketball scoreboard update from all around the state. There's a lot of energy in this place. I'm going to just be quite frank with you. We're late because we just saw one whale of a girls basketball game. The McEachern Lady Indians coming from 15 down to defeat the McEachern Lady Blue Devils. There's nowhere to sit. I'm not sitting. Coach is sitting. I don't know how he worked that out. There's not a seat in the House of Blue. The line, they're still letting people in here. I don't know where the fire marshal is. He might have his head in a book. That's where he might need to have it.
Fire marshal is probably test driving a car right now because you don't need to be up in here tonight. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If your heart is pumping Kool-Aid, you don't need to be on the floor tonight. This is where real men play.
I'm about right there with you. All right, that was my last grammatical mistake of the night. Let's get with it. The catwalk is full. They were going to try to keep them from behind the baskets. That's not going to happen. The Norcross student section across the way, they will rise up now as they get ready to introduce the Norcross starters. I will give you the starting lineups first for the visiting McEachern Indians. Number 2, Sharif Cooper, a sophomore, 5'10". Number 11, Babatunde Akinbola, a junior, 6'8". Number 23, Charles Smith, the fourth, a 6'6" junior. Number 25, Devin Gordon, a 6'4" junior. And number 35, Isaac Okoro, a junior, 6'6". For the Indians, again, it is Cooper, Akinbola, Charles Smith the fourth, Gordon, and Okoro, the head coach of the McEachern Indians in his 10th season, Mike Thompson. Now for the host, the Norcross Blue Devils. Their starting lineup, number 0, Isa Muhammad, a 6'9" junior. Number 3, Killer Kyle Sturtevant, a 6'2" junior. Number 5, JoJo Topping, a 6'5" senior. Number 11, Brandon Boston, a 6'6" sophomore. And number 12, Dalvin White, a 5'10" senior. For the Norcross Blue Devils, it is Muhammad, Sturtevant, Toppin, Boston, White, the head coach, Jesse McMillan. McEachern all in blue, blue tops, blue bottoms, Vegas gold numbers, white trim. Norcross all in white, white tops, white bottoms, and they got the blue numbers. It's not a really deep royal blue, it's more of that deep navy blue. There's nowhere to sit. If you're not here, you're late. Tell everybody the SUV TV in the Georgia Hoop Circle has you. I'm Joel Hilsman, he's Lewis Preston. It's about time to tip it off. Akinbola and Muhammad. The quarterfinals in the top left quad underway. Boston gets it and scores immediately off the break. Off the tip, 2-0. Brendan Boston.
Once again, that's a great job right there by Norcross playing that to their advantage. Boston with an easy layup.
Cooper around the screen, hesitates, kicks it back out, Topping shot to passing lane with a steal. Here comes JoJo, behind the back multiple times. JoJo up off the window, good in transition. Offense to defense, JoJo Topping with the steal. And now what do we have? The ref stopped something. What did he have? Not sure what he had, so 7:34 to go. McMillan standing and walking in front of the Norcross bench. Coach Mike Thompson at the end of it. Nike on Nike if you're worried about the threads. Here's Okoro. He spins it over now to Smith, the fourth. To Coop, who's picked up now by White. Cross court to Gordon. Stops. A 3-ball on the way. Off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to JoJo Topping.
That was nice action right there, McEachern. Right, Norcross got to do a better job of following that stagger screen.
Muhammad hands it over to Sturtevant in the left corner. He pulls a 3-ball. It is no good. Rebound comes to Gordon. Gordon gets it up ahead. Here comes Coop. Coop across the timeline. Spins it up to Okoro. Between the legs. Hesitate. Now going to go baseline. Drive. Took the contact. Up. No. Rebound. A great job by Muhammad. We mentioned him in the open.
He's got to have a strong night for him. I thought that could have been close to a foul, but letting them play early.
Norcross 26-3 on the year. They're in possession with Dalvin White. You know how many games Coach Dalvin White has won in his 4-year career?
I do not.
105.
Wow.
3-ball. White. Open. No. Rebound comes down to Charles Smith. They've cooled off now. A minute and a half gone by. 4-0. Norcross. McEachern trying to crack the seal. They've got that goose egg up. Cooper operating the offense now. Peels it back with the left-hand dribble. Now we'll give it over to Smith the fourth. To the top to Okoro. He pulls. Top side. 3-ball. Badly missed. A bad miss. Rebound comes to Sturdivant. Sturdivant downhill. Sturdivant changes gears. Left hand dribble. Over to Topping. Topping pump fake. Put it on the floor. Drives. Now kicks back to the right to Boston. Pump fake. Left his feet travel.
Yeah. Great job right there of helping recover by McEachern. Ends up getting a turnover. It's going to be very interesting, Joel, just to watch this tonight. Once again, Muhammad, Akambola going at each other a little chippy early down in the paint. Once again, that's where the big boys play, my type of action.
2 minutes gone, 4-0. McEachern yet to score. They're the #1 team in the state. Get that shot out of here. Isa Muhammad sends it away. Coop can't take that little stuff in there. Muhammad ready to play.
Muhammad gave him a little stare down too. Once again, like I said, no hearts are pumping Kool-Aid tonight.
5:52 to go. Okoro will inbound it baseline out of bounds for the Indians. And now the ref blows a whistle and does someone have blood on him? Now the officials go over to Coach Mike Thompson. And Coop now is going to have to come out a uniform infraction of some kind. Cooper will go out. Here comes the senior, Brandon Suggs.
Okay.
I don't know, Coach. Suggs is 6'6" senior.
I've been against this uniform infraction all year. But once again, what do I know?
Suggs at the top, spins it to Gordon. Gordon left wing, picked up by Sturdivant. Watch the matchups now. He picked up the dribble. Sturdivant is in him. Gives it back out to Okoro, who's picked up by White. He's got the mismatch. The screen, doesn't use it. Suggs, corner, 3. No. Akinbola on the glass. Kicks out to Gordon. Now to Okoro. Okoro pump fake. Over to Smith. Open left corner, 3. Good. Charles Smith, the fourth, cracks the seal.
Once again, I threw my 3 sign up even before he shot it right there. That penetrating kick, that extra pass is huge for McEachern tonight.
Boston drives to Muhammad, cross court to White. White puts it on the floor, gives it to Sturdivant. Sturdivant right of the lane, driving. Get that shot out of here. Babatunde Akinbola sends it away. Sturdivant went strong too, Coach.
And you know what? Akinbola flexed up. I know we got some guns on him and everything, big fella. Still early, but I love it though.
Norcross, a 10-game winning streak. And they did it in dramatic fashion. 2 buzzer-beating victories over Meadow Creek, who's also playing Campbell. The referee now getting in and talking. Does someone know that this is the quarterfinals? A de facto state championship game. I wasn't supposed to say that because I got respect for everybody else that's still playing. But this is what everybody wanted to see since August. Topping drives up. No, he was fouled. Put it up with the right hand from the left-hander.
And once again, if you really watch what Norcross is doing right now, they're kind of playing a little bit of the dribble weave action, the dribble drive, so to speak, and they're trying to play downhill. McEachern's got to do a better job on the dribble handoffs, and they got to keep their bodies between them and the basket and make them shoot over them.
At the free throw line, JoJo Topping. The first one, short, no good for Topping. Foul was called on Okoro, his first, and the team's first. 5:07 to go, first quarter. Glad that you are with us. The GHSA State Basketball Boys, 7-8 quarterfinal. Free throw good, he split them. Cooper across the timeline, now gives it to Gordon. Gordon back to Cooper. They run the action now, Charles Smith the fourth. He's in number 24, late change. A 3-ball. Rattled out, no, Topping skies and gets the rebound. JoJo just makes it look easy when he jumps. Sturdivant up ahead, Muhammad got hit in the house, could not save it. Akinbola lost it, but it went off of Muhammad. It will go to McEachern with 4:47 to go.
And once again, McEachern's ran back-to-back great action right there. A little shuffle cut, screen-to-screener action, and they've gotten wide open shots. Norcross got to do something to defend that better.
Cooper around the screen, a 3, bottom of the net. Sharif Cooper is in the book. His first field goal and the first lead for the McEachern Indians. They lead 6-5, 4.5 to go. Pass deflected and stolen by Okoro. A poor pass by White. Skips it up ahead to Cooper. Cooper hesitates on Sturdivant. They called it for a palming violation.
And once again, and we talked about this matchup between Cooper and White. White doesn't need to try to do too much. Cooper, you know what we talked about, you can have a tendency to play a little bit cool, but we know it's personal between these two tonight.
4:23. First quarter. I'm Joel Hilsman. He's Lewis Preston. This is SUV TV, the SUVTV.com. Glad that you're with us. Newton and Wheeler, yeah, that's also with us as well. Topping has it from White. Topping one way and the other. Sturdivant, left wing, a 3-ball on line. No. Rebound comes down to Charles Smith the fourth. Smith now into the forecourt, right-hand dribble. Tries to go downhill, below the foul line. Stops, steps in, kicks back out to Coop. He pulls the top side three. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound, Muhammad skying and bringing it down. Muhammad came to play.
It's a lot of wide open shots being given up right now.
White to Boston. Boston drives, took contact, up, count it, and the foul, the hoop and the horn. Brandon B.J. Boston.
I think Akambola got penalized right there for kind of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. All the contact was created by Boston, but once again, it's just a matter of trying to keep your body between him and the basket.
There is still a line outside. There's nowhere to sit down. Boston free throw, good. He completes the three-point play. We're up in the perch. Thankful to be here. Smith has it, worked on by Boston Akinbola. 8-6, Norcross with the lead. Now here's Okoro. Okoro, one way and the other drive, lost his footing in a blocking foul call. Who will they call it on? It will be on JoJo Topping.
I think that was kind of a makeup call for the Akinbola one.
Now here comes the bench. Jarrett Jones will check in for the first time, along with Brendan Suggs, who was already in. Akinbola and Gordon will take a seat. 3:33 to go. Norcross in the lead, 8-6. McEachern in possession, left to right. They're all in the blue.
And
Cooper.
Once again, we talked about McEachern's depth right here, and I just think it's going to be very valuable for them here tonight. How does Norcross take care, and how do they neutralize McEachern's depth?
Foul called on Jarrett Jones, an offensive foul on the screen. So he walks right off the bench. Coach Thompson has a conversation with this ref who's not listening. White has it, 3:23 in the backcourt. 2-2-1. White and Topping take their time. Now Topping gets it across the timeline. He gives it to White standing on that Norcross logo. Belt high dribble from White. Worked on by Coop, who's got the arm extended and has a 5 count on him. Whistle blown down from the lead official. Offensive foul called on Isa Muhammad. So the whistles now are beginning to blow. 3 team fouls each. They're going to reset it. Give me just a moment. It'll be 2 team fouls on Norcross, 3 on McEachern. Cooper between the rings, spins it to Smith. He's worked on by Sturdivant. Up fake now, gives it to Okoro in the corner, worked on by Topping. I like that Topping-Okoro matchup.
Yeah, I do. I like it as well.
Around the screen, Coop. Back out to Jones. Jones, a long 3, front iron, no. Rebound comes off to White out of the guard spot. Dalvin White now will push it. White with the left hand. White drives, leaves his feet in the air. The Topping for the dunk. He got the steal, he got the rebound, and he got the assist. JoJo Topping with the finish.
That was a nice, strong finish. Great pass right there by White.
10-6. Coop drive, lost it out of bounds on the way up. It goes to Norcross. 2:27 to go.
I kind of like right now what McEachern's doing with this 3-quarter 2-2-1, kind of slowing it up a little bit. I said before the game even started, changing defenses are going to be very important.
Get this shot out of here. Jarrett Jones blocked Muhammad, who put it back up. No. Rebound tip. Here's Brandon Boston up off the window and scores. Brandon Boston and the foul. The hoop and the harm. He's so good, man. He just so good. The CP3 former rising star. Oh, my goodness. And one.
He's a 2020, right?
You got it. Sophomore.
Man. College coaches.
2020. Yeah, 2020. Yep.
Yeah. College coaches are going to love watching him for the next couple of years.
There's a bunch of them up under the basket. So Boston at the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play. Norcross has a 12-6 lead. Boston free throw, it's 13-6. He's 2 of 2 from the line. 7-point advantage. Largest lead so far for either team. Cooper now gives it to Suggs. Suggs off the screen. Bad pass. A turnover. White with the steal. White on the break. Layup. Good. Dalvin White.
Great timeout call right here by Coach Thompson right here. Got to get the momentum back. Got to make sure that he calms it down here in the House of Blue.
It's a 30-second timeout, their first timeout of the contest. This timeout brought to you by Indy Hoops Tip-Off Classic. The Indy Hoops Tip-Off Classic is the #1 non-live event held in Atlanta, Georgia on April the 13th through the 15th with alumni like Colin Sexton, Zion Williamson, Anthony Simmons, and more. Check out the website and register your team at www.indyhoopstipoff.com. Use promo code SUVTV to get $25 off your team's registration. That's India, November, Delta, India, hoopstipoff.com. INDI. 30-second timeout, 1:57 to go, a 9-point Norcross lead. No lead is safe at this point in the playoffs.
We just saw that with the girls' game here before. Great job by Phyllis. Great job by Phyllis and the McEachern ladies.
Cooper spun and gave it to Okoro, who almost fell down baseline. In that corner, White is really in his mug. Gets it back out to Okoro. He wanted to pull the three, so he does. It's not on line. Rebound comes down to Sturdivant. Hesitation. Long lead pass to Topping. Topping all the way. Layup counted. And the foul, JoJo Topping. Fouled on Okoro. Okoro now with 2 fouls. That is major with 92 seconds.
And he was trying to get out of the way right there and just kind of slipped. Almost got punished for that one right there. But Norcross is doing a great job of forcing the tempo and then getting into the paint.
Topping completes the three-point play. 18-12, and McEachern calls another timeout. They're burning timeouts with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go. They're down to 3 timeouts. This one is a full. He wants to sit them down, does Coach Mike Thompson. This timeout brought to you by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Oh, I'm sorry. The 2018 Icebreaker Invitational. The best teams from across the nation travel to Augusta, Georgia each year to start their travel season off at the Icebreaker Invitational. This 200-plus team event is the premier event for travel teams to participate in before playing in April live period. Great facilities, great teams, and big-time media coverage. Games will be streamed live on SUV TV. The 2018 Icebreakers Invitational. Well, the ice is broken in here. 18-6, Norcross, a big, fat, healthy 12-point lead. And McEachern has had to burn through 2 timeouts in less than a minute, and we're still in the first quarter in a place that is absolutely jam-packed. You realize the air is on in here, right? The air conditioning is on.
Oh, I know the air is on.
Okay.
Yeah. I need some air to be taken out of those whistles, though, I tell you that.
I will concur with that. 5 team fouls already charged to the McEachern Indians in the first quarter. 2 to Norcross. Jones has it. Cooper open, a 3-ball. Coop in and out, no. Rebound, Sky down and brought down by Brandon Boston. Here comes Boston. Up ahead to JoJo. JoJo on the break. JoJo left hand layup, good. JoJo White is destroying McEachern.
Toppin, White, Sturdivant, Muhammad, Boston, those 5 have come out with an added level of energy and activity, and it's hard for McEachern to match it right now.
Jones, top side 3, hill of the rim. No, they can't get a rebound. Topping gets the rebound. He's got 10 of the 20. Quickly up ahead to Boston. Boston, a quick dribble now, shifts, goes below the lane. Now over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant walked on by Suggs. Goes, flips it off to Muhammad. Muhammad goes up. He's fouled by Jones. Jones now has 2 fouls. McEachern has 16 fouls. 42 and 9/10 seconds. Muhammad bounds his chest with his hand as he goes to the free throw line. Isa Muhammad.
Once again, that penetration is allowing for McEachern to have to rotate. And once they rotate, they're getting out of position. And Norcross is doing very simply, making the extra easy pass, getting and in the basket, easy look at the basket.
McEachern has not scored in a month. Jones sits down. Akambola back in. 21-6. Norcross has just opened the doors and they're blowing them away. 42 and 9/10 seconds. Muhammad at the free throw line again, and he's had a very, very, very solid first quarter. Free throw good.
And we said Muhammad was going to be one of the keys. He came out the gate like a thoroughbred right now.
16-point lead. Largest deficit for McEachern all season right now. 35 seconds. Here's Cooper across with the right-hand dribble. He gives it to Suggs. Suggs now to Cooper. Cooper to Smith off a pin-down screen. 3-ball, hill of the rim. They can't buy a bucket. Akinbola gets the rebound. Akinbola to Smith below the foul line. Turns, shot up, banked it home. Man, that was almost luck there.
I tell you, I don't know how long that scoring drought was, but it was for a minute.
It was an hour and 33 minutes. 22-8. Up ahead, here's Eskridge. Eskridge into the game, 25 for Norcross. Gets it back to Topping. Topping worked on by Okoro, who's got 2 fouls. So Topping going to show off the dribble handles and pull a jumper. No. Rebound underneath Murphy. Up. Bothered by Akinbola, but he scored, Caleb Murphy. And did we have another timeout call?
That's the end of the first quarter.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, wasn't even looking at the clock. Did they count it? They did. They beat the horn. I guess I need to settle down.
But you know what?
Timeout. Go ahead, Coach.
That's what I'm supposed to be here. Back up.
I know that's right. 24-8. Norcross laying the whip in the McEachern. Second quarter coming up next.
Introducing Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Sports Motion Analysis, powered by Dartfish, giving parents and young athletes frame-by-frame feedback on how to minimize injury and maximize performance. Upload your videos, visit our clinic, or let our specialists come to you. No matter the sport you play, Children's helps young athletes take their game to the next level.
The second quarter is underway. Norcross, a commanding 24-8 lead right now on the McEachern Indians. Cooper slips as he tried to drive with the left hand. Knocked away. Boston with the steal. Boston on the break, lost it. Now he recovers it back on the right side. They'll peel it back to Eskridge. Eskridge now back to Topping. Topping drives, flips it up with the left hand, no. Suggs gets the rebound and puts it on the floor. Bounces up ahead, Coop wasn't paying attention, out of bounds. Second time Coop has caught sleeping and sleep on a pass.
First of all, that's Suggs' fault right there. Keep the dribble, make sure the guy's looking back to you. Just careless basketball right now by the Indians.
Drive, Eskridge floated high over Akinbola and scored. Kevon Eskridge off the bench and into the scorebook. 26-8. It is an 18-point Norcross lead, the largest of the day, and it just keeps growing. Cooper, a long three, badly missed. They can't buy a bucket, long shots, and Norcross is about to blow them out of this building. Here comes Boston across the timeline, a minute and a half gone by. Here's Eskridge. Eskridge hold, he's worked on by Okoro. Gives it back to Topping. Topping has had himself a whale of a game. Stop, foul line, over to Boston. Open, a three ball. It is short. Rebound, and now a foul call down low. And who is the foul on? It is on Norcross. Foul called on Lewis Williams. Williams hit with the foul. McEachern has 16 fouls. Norcross shooting free throws the rest of the half. We just started the second quarter. 3 team fouls to Norcross. We just started the second quarter. Cooper drives below the foul line, stop, puts it up and scores.
And that's all I would do if I was McEachern. Put that flat ball screen up top and let Cooper get in the paint and work his magic.
White around the screen. White gonna drive to Murphy. Murphy goes baseline, takes on Akinbola. Password protected. A block. Up ahead, long pass too far. It hit the backboard. Now we're playing in the playground. Murphy lost it, picked up by Williams. Now they're playing football. He's the quarterback. Now he gives it and throws an interception to Okoro, who gets it up ahead to Cooper. Cooper gonna drive, left hand, left, good. Sharif Cooper.
That's a great timeout by Jesse McMillan right there. You're starting to see the momentum shift here a little bit. Great timeout to calm down his team.
It is a 30-second timeout, and they have 4 left. McEachern with 3, 2 fulls, and a 30. Norcross with 3 fulls and a 30. This timeout brought to you by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine offers the specialized care to keep your superstar playing at the highest level. Find the location nearest you at choa.org/sportsmed. The Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Joel Hilsman, Lewis Preston, glad that you're with us. The SUV TV's coverage of the GHSA State Boys Basketball 7A quarterfinals. The number 1 team in the state in the Georgia Hoop Circle poll, McEachern. The number 2 team in the Georgia Hoop Circle poll, the Norcross Blue Devils. They've been 1-2 all year. Right now, number 2 is laying a whipping to number 1, 26-12. Sturdivant has it. Sturdivant now going to put it on the floor one way and the other on Okoro. Kicks it into the corner to White. White picked up by Coop. He blew right by and floated good.
It's a nice move by Dalvin White right there. Once again, getting into the paint, beating McEachern off the dribble.
Taken away. Sturdivant, layup, just cool on the other side of the pillow. Norcross, man, they don't care. They absolutely do not care what is going on at the moment. Another 18-point lead. Yes, another. They've led by 18 twice now. 5:20 to go. McEachern, top 10 in the nation, getting blown out right now. 30-12. A drive and now a foul call. It was on the floor, called on Sturdivant. Sturdivant now picks up the team's 5th foul. Here comes Quentin McElroy into the contest for the McEachern Indians.
I got to go ahead and say this. I think McEachern's got to get back to that tough. They're kind of still playing a little bit cool as we're getting close to midway through the second quarter. Can't afford to be cool now. You got to go play the way you know how to play.
Okoro back down, jumper, good with a little jump hook. Okoro first points of the contest, and he already has 2 fouls. Cooper taking the seat as McElroy checks in. McElroy, Smith, Suggs, Akinbola, and Okoro, the 5 on the floor for the Indians. Sturdivant, White, Eskridge, Boston, and Muhammad, the 5 on the floor for the Norcross Blue Devils. Goes around the screen. There's Muhammad, back to White. White gonna drive on McElroy. Into the corner, stepped out of bounds, a turnover.
One of the things when you see both of these teams on the floor tonight, and there's a reason why there's a lot of college coaches here, whether it's Coach Pastor here from Georgia Tech, you got Coach McCallum here for Georgia State. There's a lot of high-level Division I talent on this floor. Place is packed. Coaches are in here in droves tonight.
They're going to get sticker shock, though, looking at the scoreboard. 30-14, a 16-point lead. It was 18. Norcross taking care of home court at the moment. Here's Okoro. Drives, got his pocket taken. Boston with the steal. Now here comes Boston on the break. Dunked it home. Brandon Boston. The steal and dunk.
He's still a 2020, right?
That's right.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
CP3 rising star a couple of years ago. Man, did he show out up there in Greensboro. And he gets his hands on that one. Now drive, Suggs in the corner. McElroy, a 3. Good. Quentin McElroy off the bench. And into the scorebook. 32-17, a 15-point Norcross lead. Yes, it is correct. Gives it over to White. White now goes around the screen. Left-hand dribble between the rings. He gives it to Sturdivant. They're weaving it out at the top. Sturdivant now. Between the legs, Norcross has a commanding lead, and they are the better basketball team at the moment. Kicks it to White, over to Topping. Topping going downhill. Topping, get that shot out of here. Akinbola again. Here comes Okoro. Up ahead to Smith, who dunked it with the right hand.
Great job right there from Akinbola, getting the ball ahead right there. Smith with the finish. I'm just curious, can McEachern get back-to-back stops? That's one right there. Let's see if they can get 2 more.
They're going to need stops. Here's White. White to Topping. Topping has it with the left-hand dribble, gives it to White. White now over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant now around the screen. Akinbola shows on him. So he hesitates and goes. Stop mid-post. And the pass was deflected. Topping couldn't receive it. Out of bounds. Here's a stop.
That's 2.
Cooper.
I've always said to get back in the game, you got to be able to get 3 stops in a row. There's 2. Now can they go down here and capitalize off of it?
Akinbola already has 3 blocks in the game. He comes in averaging 7.2 on the season. So he's nowhere near the average yet. 3 minutes, 13-point game. McEachern trailing, they're in possession. They're number 8 in the country. Number 1 in the state, but Norcross should be in the top rankings in the country as well. I'm not going to get on that soapbox, though. Stop, looking, Suggs, gives it back out. Okoro downhill, free throw line, stop, gives it to Cooper. Cooper now goes around the screen, he gives it over, stop. Here comes Okoro driving, left hand and score.
That's great ball movement right there by McEachern. 2 stops, 2 scores. Let's see if they can get another one.
32-21, 2:28 less than that. White now to Sturdivant. Sturdivant worked on by Suggs. He doesn't have a count on him, so he calls and asks for the screen from Muhammad. Muhammad has not set down. Sturdivant, stop, mid-post jumper. Good, Kyle Sturdivant. Kyle just too cool, man. I just love Kyle Sturdivant game. The savvy veteran. He's just a junior, enjoying. The Suggs, top side, the Okoro. He pulls a 3. It's offline. Rebound, tip, and comes down to Sturdivant. Sturdivant with the left-hand dribble. Worked on by McElroy. They trap him. Now gets it to Muhammad. Muhammad to Topping. Topping gonna come and attack Akinbola. Get it out of here. Block number 5. Block number 6. Akinbola. They call him stretch. Don't go up and get it blocked again. Oh, a score by Muhammad.
Issa Muhammad got it blocked. He went right back at Akinbola. Got rewarded with the strong finish.
36-21. Now here's Cooper with 100 seconds to go in the half. Cooper around the screen. Top side, a 3. Coop in and out. No. Muhammad tipped it. Muhammad got the board. And a foul call.
No foul. They're just stopping the game right here. Muhammad has
It's
something
blood.
with his, was it blood or contact?
Blood.
Okay.
Infection control. So Kevon Eskridge races to the scorer's table and checks in. 1:32, 92 seconds, second quarter, 36-21. Glad that you're with us. The SUV TV.com. Devin Gordon races to the scorer's table. Where they let him in, they will. And Akinbola comes out and he doesn't like it.
Akinbola was going into it with the Norcross fans right there. Telling you, the student body over here at Norcross in the House of Blue putting in work here in the first half.
Akinbola with 6 blocks in this first half.
Almost at his average.
7.2. First half. White alley. The Boston O. Oh, man. Seeking and finding. 38-21. 75 seconds. Here's Cooper now. Cooper over to Okoro. Okoro drives. Euro step. Left hand. Layup. No. Rebound to Toppin. Toppin gets it up in there. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant downhill. Sturdivant to the right wing. Stops. Cut. The Topping. Tip. Out of bounds. It will go to McEachern. Coach Jesse McMillan telling them to be smart. Coach Thompson turns and looks at the clock. Here comes Coop. Coop quickly up ahead. Though McElroy. He pump fake. Gives it to Coop. Coop going to drive in the corner. Open. Gordon. A 3-ball. Bottom of the net.
That's beautiful penetration and kick. Once again, that's what McEachern to me has to get to, is that penetration and kick right there for wide open shots.
38-24. 14-point lead, under a minute, first half. Sturdivant worked on off the switch now by Okoro, who has 2 fouls. Kicks it in the corner. That's White spot. A 3-ball. No. Rebound. Tip Topping out of bounds. McEachern ball. 28 and 9/10 seconds.
I think McEachern got a gift right there.
I couldn't see it. That's why I just waited on the shirt to point to the direction. I couldn't see it. I could not see it. Coach, don't you start that.
I'm not.
28 and 9/10 seconds.
I know you got your sweater in the trunk.
I ain't got nothing going on but Georgia basketball. And everyone in New York and California and you guys in your offices watching, you should have took the flight. 3, no good. Suggs up off the window and scores. Brandon Suggs, his first field goal.
They got this thing down to 12. Let's see what Norcross got to finish the half.
5 seconds. Here's White, worked on by Coop. He pulls a deep 3. No. Okoro rebound. Okoro a long heave. We at the end of the first half. A first half that was commanded and controlled by the Norcross Blue Devils. They lead 38-26 at the half. Coach Preston and I will be back. It is the GHSA State Boys Basketball 7A quarterfinals. Top left quad.
The 360, he throws it down.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath. Sexton goes step back, fade away 3.
Oh, my goodness. Golly, Sexton.
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson making his way around one tight. Now hustling it toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson.
Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
Introducing Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Sports Motion Analysis, powered by Dartfish, giving parents and young athletes frame-by-frame feedback on how to minimize injury and maximize performance. Upload your videos, visit our clinic, or let our specialists come to you. No matter the sport you play, Children's helps young athletes take their game to the next level.
Joel Hilsman and Lewis Preston back here with you from the House of Blue. It is the GHSA 7A Boys Basketball Tournament quarterfinals. The number 1 McEachern Indians and the number 2 Norcross Blue Devils in the state of Georgia and in our Georgia hoop circle. McEachern, number 8 in the nation. They're getting worked over right now. Norcross 38-26. Well, Coach, while we've got a moment before we get into the second half analysts, both of these teams play schedules. Let's take a look at the OOS. That's your out-of-state schedule and how they did this year. I mentioned McEachern 26-2, riding a 15-game winning streak. They were 8-2 during the regular season out of state. Losses to University School and DeMatha. DeMatha just recently won the WCAC.
And congratulations to Mike Jones on that.
Norcross 6-2. They aren't shabby either now. They're lost to Mountain Brook. We know about Trenton Wofford.
Yes, sir.
And the Christ School. We know about Jalen LeCue.
Absolutely.
Christ School is the common opponent between these two teams. Combined, they only have one in-state loss, and that was in this building when Lakeside DeKalb defeated McEachern 56-52. So both teams have held down the weight against valid out-of-state competition. Now you're in state, now it's Georgia through 16 minutes. Norcross a 38-26 lead. Your thoughts on adjustments on both sides?
Well, we talked about the keys. The Sturtevant and Boston had to have big nights. Brandon Boston has not disappointed us. Muhammad has had the better of the inside game so far, although Akimbola's got those 6 blocks. Once again, I think that Sharif Cooper's going to be the key to this. Came out a little bit cool in my mind to start off the first half. But McEachern, to me, has got to get 3 stops in a row. Then they got to go down and convert. Their best action was when they got into that flat ball screen up top and started playing downhill.
Our CBA Sports State Basketball Tournament score update. Newton has a 45-32 lead. They're somewhere in the third quarter. And Newton, that game also on SUV TV, your home for high school basketball and grassroots basketball. Joel Hilsman, Lewis Preston, glad that you are with us. Coach, I expected a good game. I did not expect Norcross to come out flaming hot like this. JoJo Topping, a big first quarter. He had 10 points at the half. Brandon Boston leads all scorers with 12. Kyle Sturtevant just cool and confident. He has 4. Isa Muhammad has 4. Those are your multi-scorers for the Norcross Blue Devils. On the other side, the McEachern Indians, they are somewhat struggling. Sharif Cooper with 7. Charles Smith IV with 7. Isaac Okora with 4. Nobody in double figures.
And we're saying all this right now, and believe it or not, McEachern's only down 12. They can get a couple stops, get this to a 2-possession game. Anything can still happen. 16 minutes to go. A Final Four berth on the line here tonight.
We'll keep our eyes on Newton and Wheeler, but we'll adjust them right back here. He's Lewis Preston. I'm Joel Hilsman. The third quarter about to start. McEachern all in blue. Blue tops, blue bottoms. They are on the road with the gold, Vegas gold numbers and a little white trim. Norcross at home, inbounding it, all in white. White tops, white bottoms, blue numbers. Boston, white, Topping, Sturtevant, and Muhammad. The 5 on the floor to start it for Norcross. They're in possession. Here's Sturtevant. Sturtevant drives, leaves his feet, goes to Boston. Baseline, cut off by Gordon. Back out to White, spins it to Topping. Topping drives, lost it. Muhammad wanted to pull it from 14, not there. White drives, floats it up, no good. Rebound, rip down. Gordon gets it, Akinbola. Akinbola walk, no call. Dribbles, and now passes it up ahead to Cooper. Cooper, Akinbola, Gordon, Okoro, and Smith, the 5 on the floor. Foul trouble now a problem for Okoro. He has 2. Jarrett Jones has 3 and a turnover. Charles Smith IV upset, showing some emotion. He's wearing number 24 now instead of number 23 tonight. Not sure what happened.
He must be on that Kobe kick.
He's about to be on a technical kick right there. Upset at Boston.
He carried the ball.
He did. He carried it right out of here like a suitcase. There's a drive. Boston, get that shot out of here. Number 7 for Akinbola. That's just the season average, though. Gives it up ahead now, and here's Coop. Coop has it, now gives it over to Gordon, back to Sharif Cooper. Young sophomore working with the left-hand dribble. Tried to go on the alley-oop, it wasn't there. Save, tip to Muhammad. Muhammad gives it up to White, a minute gone. Third quarter. Up ahead to Sturtevant. Sturtevant catches it, hesitates. He's got Akinbola on him, so he pulls the 3. No good. It was bothered by Akinbola. Rebound comes down on Okoro. Okoro up ahead to Gordon. Gordon going to go baseline, cut off by Boston. Jumper. Smith Up, roll, good. Charles Smith the fourth.
10-point game right here. We're talking about getting stops. McEachern has gotten a couple stops due to a couple shots by Norcross. They're finally able to capitalize off of it.
38-28. A minute and a half gone by. Topping on that right elbow. Puts it on the floor, gives it to White. White now hands it off down. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant around the screen. Hesitates, being very patient, Coach. That's the savviness of it. Mm-hmm. Topping, pump fake, puts it on the floor, back out to White. White now going to drive, kick it back out. Patient on offense. Sturdivant, head fake. Now he drives, picked up the dribble. Spins it to the left of White. Now here's Topping driving off the window and score. And JoJo Topping, just too athletic and can twerk himself in the air at any time. 40-28. Lead back up to 12. 2 minutes gone.
One of the things is the way that they just run that dribble weave to perfection and then get that mismatch on the screen.
Smith jumper was short, fell right into Topping's lap. Topping gives it to White. White gonna drive with the left hand. White lost it, recovered it, back out. Boston open, a three ball. No. Rebound ripped down by Gordon. Gordon gets it up ahead to Charles Smith the fourth. He's driving in. This is his 10th game with the Indians. To Gordon, open the microwave, a three. It is no good. Tip, rebound, Okoro, foul. Let's see, will it be on Boston? Checking, Mr. Ref says yes, it'll be on Brandon Boston. That'll be his first. Team's first.
I still need to see a little bit more pop out of McEachern right now. It's just kind of like going through the motions a little bit. Still 12 points like it was at the half. Got an opportunity to get this thing down to 10 or 9.
You would expect both teams to score over 70 points, so good offensively and well defensively, to slow the game down a little bit. But right now, 28 points with almost 19 minutes gone in the game, that is not what McEachern does. They scored 11 games this year with more than 80 points. White, no good. Here comes Cooper. Cooper drives and fouled by Dalvin White. Even right there, Coach, I think Coop could have just went strong. Just my opinion. I'm up here, though.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think he should have gone up with his left hand and got the and one right there, but it's almost like he was waiting for the contact to happen.
I can't say anything to a young man, though, that's 44-1 in the state of Georgia.
I'm with you.
Only loss was the Tiff last year in the semifinals, which is where they're trying to get to again this year. Cooper, free throw, good. He's got 8 points in the contest. McEachern the last 2 seasons, 55-3. Free throw, no good. Split him. Rebound comes down to Muhammad. Muhammad now will give it up to White. White will come across. I mentioned Dalvin White. He's a 4-year starter, 4-year player. And all he's done is lead Norcross to 105 wins. Drives, Sturdivant, up. It was bothered by Akinbola. He got it back, turned, jumper, left short, tip, Brandon Boston. Uh-oh, did they wave it off? No, it is good. Brandon Boston with the tip. And that is a trademark of Jesse McMillan to call a timeout off of the make. They have 3 left. This timeout brought to you by the 2018 Icebreaker Invitational. The best teams from across the nation travel to Augusta, Georgia each year to start their travel season off at the Icebreaker Invitational. This 200-plus team event is the premier event for travel teams to participate in before playing in April live periods. Great facilities, great teams, and big-time media coverage. The games will be streamed live on SUV TV. Time for our CBA Sports in-game scoreboard update. Newton 54-38. They're under 3 minutes to go. They're also on SUV TV. Newton with a big fat lead there on Wheeler. Well, it's a big fat lead here, 13 points. Norcross with the lead. McEachern in possession. Here's Charles Smith the third, the fourth, in the low. Okoro up, bothered. Man, JoJo Topping has been everywhere. Kicks it back. There's a drive. Coop all the way, floated up. They called it on the floor. Foul. Third team foul called on Norcross now.
Joe, I'm a big fan about body language and chemistry. That last timeout, Coach Thompson was very passionate, went in to get everybody in the huddle. Guys scattered. That's a red flag for me, buddy.
Coop drives, floats it up, no. Coop, no, foul, and he's going to get hit over the back, Sharif Cooper. His first, team's first. Here comes Dalvin White. White was limping just a moment, so he went to the bench. I did not see what they did to him. Caleb Murphy came in briefly, but he's back in. White back in. Murphy is out. 4:13 to go, third quarter. Norcross has been in command. McEachern had a skinny 1-point lead, 6-5. Next thing you know, it was an 18-point game. Boston drives, get that shot out of here. 8th block of the night by Akinbola. Kicks it to the top. Gordon open, a 3-ball bottom. Devin Gordon, his second tray ball.
Can they get another stop now?
10-point game, 42-32. They've got the press coming out. Broken. Here comes Topping across the timeline. JoJo going downhill. Crossover. Stop. Left his feet. Turnover. Okoro has it. Okoro now looking up ahead to Charles Smith. Stop. He catches. Right wing 3. Front iron no. Okoro fight for the rebound. Saved it. Back out to Gordon. Open. Pump fake. He walked. Should have pulled it. A turnover trying to do too much, but that's good defense coming out to contest.
I agree. Two stops in a row. Wasn't able to capitalize off that. Let's go get a third one.
I mentioned this is Charles Smith, the 10th game, coming in 14 points and 6 rebounds through the first 9 games with the McEachern Indians. Here's White across the timeline with the left-hand dribble. Norcross offensively 71.5 points per game this year. Defensively 56.2. They're on the defensive mark right now. Blocking foul called on Devin Gordon. Gordon his first, team second, 10-point game. Drive, Sturdivant took contact and scored. You see Okoro did not want to pick up that third foul, so Sturdivant used that body, dipped that shoulder, and took the contact and scored. It's back out to 12. Cooper around the Akinbola screen to Okoro. Okoro put it on the floor. Didn't want to attack. Gives it to Smith. Back to Okoro. Now he's going to drive between the legs. Not going. Topping is right there on him. Cooper, a 3. No good. Rebound. Ripped down. It's on the floor. Sturdivant comes away with it. Muhammad kept it alive, though. 2:45 to go. 12-point lead. Norcross is in full control of the contest. And they have been since it was 6-5 and they trail. And that lasted 8 seconds. Then they led for a month and a half and have not. Akinbola, a block foul call on a 3-point attempt. Akinbola now going to run over to the ref. He better be careful. Boston will go to the free throw line. Second on Akinbola. Cannot give him that block. He has 8 blocks. I said that the key might be for Akinbola if they just dump it down in there. They have not done that. Topping and Muhammad have came to play. That's why I defer to you.
I just go back to this. I just keep looking at body language, and Coach Thompson's right now trying to figure out the right rotation overall. And it's not like McEachern hasn't had its opportunities. They just haven't capitalized. And then what Norcross has done, they've just played as a team.
And McEachern is supposed to be deeper than deep. Both teams have kept a short bench, as you would imagine, in a game of this magnitude. Second free throw is good. One more coming up. Akinbola goes out. Jared Jones is back in. He picked up 3 quick fouls. Suggs is also back in. Gordon goes out. So it is Charles Smith the 4th, Okoro, Cooper, Suggs, and Jones, the 5 on the floor for the McEachern Indians. Brandon Boston, another free throw. 3 of 3. Just stood up there ice cold and did it. Knocked them in. 15-point lead. Again, it's swelled up there. McEachern got it to 10. They trail by 18 at one point. They don't look like McEachern, and a lot of that is because of Norcross. Facts. 2:20 to go. In the corner. Here's Suggs. Suggs now back out to Jones. Jones spins it to Charles Smith. He's worked on, and a steal. Almost in the corner. Out of bounds off of Okoro. He's upset. Body language, frustration boiling over for the Indians.
It's very interesting to watch as a coach here overall, and I keep saying to myself, the same way as they're being cool about this, I feel like McEachern can turn it on at any moment.
That might be why they're too cool, Coach. I'm not sure. You see the same thing I do. Meanwhile, White goes baseline, kicks it to the corner, open, Boston a 3, wall to wall, treetop tall. Brendan Boston has the range. A 3-ball. They're putting him away. 18-point lead, ties their largest of the game, and now Sturdivant gets tricky with the ball handling into the forecourt. Sturdivant hesitates. That's a carry. 50-32. Norcross is blowing McEachern away.
Now
and they're making it look easy.
Very easy. The most interesting thing was the 2 refs on the side where the carry was there didn't do anything. All right, I'm going to leave that alone.
3 fouls even. 18-point lead. The woodshed is in order right now. Norcross they are just blowing them away. Suggs goes baseline. Lost it out of bounds. Turnover. Norcross on the year now. 7 games of 80 or more points. They might not need 80. I don't know. They might get it, though. We got 9 minutes to go. 85 seconds to go, third quarter. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant got it knocked away. It's on the floor. Chase to the corner. Coop saves it. Gives it over to Suggs. Suggs now gets it up to Okoro. Okoro quickly coming down his way. Okoro only has 4 points. He drives. Bothered. No. Rebound. Hit the floor. Jones got it. Jones down to Smith. He catches and pulls a 3. No good. Suggs tip. No. They can't buy a basket. There's a lid on it. 50-50 ball goes to White. White up ahead. Here's Boston on the break. Dunked it home. Brandon Boston. A 20-point lead. Count it. And the foul, Sharif Cooper. A 20-point Norcross lead. Do you know, Coach, I don't know where you park, but behind the gym is the baseball field and the football field. There's a woodshed out there. Norcross is taking McEachern back there, and they're beating them to death. 52-34, 51 and 8/10 seconds.
I'm a true believer of this. I'm always about body language, and I'm always about attitudes. And Norcross's is on 2 different levels as opposed to McEachern's here tonight.
Cooper, free throw is good. He completes the 3-point play. I just marked the 35th point of the game for McEachern. Norcross has 52 in my scorebook and on the scoreboard. Boston drive, float, no. Tip, fight for the rebound. Now a whistle on a loose ball. Who is it going to be on? Mr. Ref takes all day. He calls it on Suggs. Suggs picks up the foul. Foul count even at 4 all.
One of our keys to the game was Brandon Boston had to have a great game, right?
Brandon Boston is hooping.
Just now right there were 3 McEachern guys around that ball, and Brandon Boston came up with it. Just wants it more right now.
22 in the game. He has 22.
Of the 52.
Boston, free throw. No good. First missed free throw. Our CBA Sports State basketball tournament score update. It's a shellacking going on in Newton as well. 61-43, an 18-point lead for the Newton Rams. The winner of this game and the winner of that game will meet in the semifinals Saturday at beautiful Beaufort City Arena. Free throw good. He split them. He's got 23 points. He is giving them the business, Brandon Boston. Substitution now. McElroy will check in. Jones will go out. Cooper, Okoro, Smith, Gordon, and McElroy, the 5 on the floor. They're getting beat like a drum by 18. Stop, looks, top side, Smith hesitates, gonna drive, float, get that shot out of here! JoJo Toppin to a block. Cooper, 3-ball, short, rebound, long to Smith, turns, jumper, no good. They can't buy a bucket, they're not getting a rebound. Topping has it, jump ball call, possession arrow to McEachern. Norcross doing everything right that they want to do. And you knew that this game was going to be outstanding. Norcross flexing muscles.
I was talking to a gentleman, a fan, earlier. I said 50-50 balls, play inside, and rebounds will be a difference. All 3 of those go to Norcross.
18-point lead. Cooper drives, gets the foul. They called it on the floor. 15 foul. Called this one on Murphy. Murphy's 2nd, team's 5th. Free throws are going to be big if you're McEachern because the 4th quarter is only 8 minutes long and there is no shot clock. Norcross knows that. Cooper, get that shot out of here! Caleb Murphy with the rejection.
You see me up here most of the 3rd quarter just shaking my head, right?
I see you, Coach.
Yeah.
Cooper, catch, fire, a 3, no good at the end of the 3rd quarter. It has been all Norcross, and I mean absolutely all Norcross. And a lot of it is 23 points from Brandon B.J. Boston. The 4th quarter is next with a trip to the semifinals on the line.
We are back here to start the fourth quarter. Norcross has the ball right here. I'm big on body language. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen these last 8 minutes. I think this deficit is just too big for McEachern to overcome.
That is Coach Lewis Preston. I'm Joe Hillsman. Glad that you're with us. McEachern right now getting whooped. And it's not about McEachern getting whooped. It's about Norcross doing the whooping. 53-35, foul called on McEachern. This one will be on Smith, Charles Smith IV. Well, well, well. Have fun with it. Murphy, White, Toppin, Eskridge, and Muhammad the 5 on the floor for Norcross. Top side to Topping. Topping gonna drive left of the lane. Eskridge open. That's a sniper. No. Rebound long. Okoro has it. Okoro has 4 points. He came in averaging 21. Okoro hesitates. Drives all the way up. No. Out of bounds. He wanted a foul. Frustration has been boiling over now for a while for the Indians. 7:27 to go fourth quarter. They're getting beat by 18. They got it to 10. They trail by 20. Jones, catch, jumper, no good. Eskridge skies and gets the board.
I don't think Jones just made one post move. I think he's taking 2 threes in that 15-footer, right?
Layup good on the other side, Isa Muhammad. You're right, he hadn't been in the game. Every time he checked in, he fouled. There's a 20-point lead again. It's been routine. It's nothing new. This has been going on the entire game. Norcross is flexing their muscles. They have 5 state championships. Okoro, a 3, hill of the rim, no. Jones gets the rebound. White tried to save it off of Jones and did. They have 5 state championships. McEachern trying to get 1. It might have to wait because right now 6:56 to go in a 20-point game, and Norcross has controlled the game. It was 6-5 McEachern. That was it. Oh, Murphy gets nifty to Muhammad with the jam. Oh, jam. A 22-point lead.
This is a good old-fashioned woodshed shellacking.
A beatdown. Cooper foul. The Norcross student section across the way. Caleb Murphy nifty with the ball handling, almost looked like a play-faking quarterback.
You want to know what's been the most interesting part of this game? I have yet to see anybody with any fire or any passion on that Indian side right there. Not one person the entire game.
They're getting boat raced.
Wow.
Number 8 in the country, did you hear that boom? They just fell out the whole thing. 57-35, and the McEachern Indians have not looked like McEachern, but that's Norcross now. Dump off Okoro with a dunk. If they're going to start something, they got to start it right now.
But they got to get some activity going quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Suggs with the hustle. He stepped out of bounds, 57-37. It's too late.
Well, I just look at it. I think it's the first hustle play I've seen the whole night. 6:23 to go in the game.
57-37, Norcross unranked nationally. That'll change if they win this game. And they're a very good basketball. Look, they're the number 2 team in the state of Georgia right now. And they're putting a licking on number 1. And about to advance to the semifinals, and it'll be Norcross and Newton, and that'll be fun. We'll get a check on Grayson and Pebblebrook for you. Muhammad, another dunk off of the Dalvin White dime drop. Oh, Dalvin, he just been showing up for 4 years and just been playing his position in his role. Okoro drives up, shot, no, he was fouled. He'll get 2. It's a 22-point lead. 6:05 to go. McEachern has 37 points. They average 76 a game. They give up 55 a game. They've given up 59 here, and we got 6 minutes to go in a jam-packed House of Blue.
Although we're starting to empty out early.
Quickly. Free throw, Okoro, no good. They've just struggled. Okoro with 6 points. Gordon with 6. Charles Smith, the 4th. He has 9. Cooper, the only double-figure scorer, with 11. Free throw, Okoro, no good. Muhammad on the glass. Knocked out of bounds, and now everybody is heading for the exits. Quickly. Looked like someone told them free food was outside.
I'm not sure about that. They might want to make sure that they don't get caught up in any traffic heading back over to Powder Springs.
Oh, shot the passing lane, a steal by Okoro. He chased it down but stepped out of bounds, a turnover.
It's the second hustle play that I've seen.
59-37, and Norcross has just put you on notice. And somewhere Barry Browner is telling us that Norcross was tired of being number 2.
He did tell us that, didn't he? He told us that on Sunday night?
He surely did.
Okay.
I don't know what he's going to tell us tomorrow night.
Oh, boy.
Boston looking to inbound. Gives it to Norcross. I saw Cal Sturdivant at halftime of the girls' game. I told him to go hoop. He hoops. Boston drives, layup, no. Rebound comes off. Here's Suggs. Suggs now gets it and brings it into the forecourt. Suggs gonna drive. Eskridge hit with a foul. So McEachern shooting free throws the remainder of the game, 59-37. That's 22 points. Largest lead of the game is 22. It was 6-5 McEachern. And Norcross just took over. Then it was, 24-8?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm a college coach watching this game.
19-2 run.
Yeah. If I'm a college coach right now watching this game, I'm trying to figure out, all right.
Suggs' free throw is good.
This ain't the same McEachern we've seen all year, so.
Nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Nowhere near it. It doesn't matter, though. There's a lot of people happy for Norcross right now, but there's a lot of people happy for McEachern right now.
Mm-hmm.
The young men on the floor, though, I'm happy for every last one of them. Suggs' free throw, no good.
Because there's a lot of D1 prospects out on that floor right there.
Surely is. The House of Blue is something special. Sturdivant on the break. Sturdivant left-hand layup, good. Killer Kyle with 8 points. And a full timeout call by Coach Jesse McMillan. You know what this timeout is about.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let up.
Yep.
This timeout brought to you by Indy Hoops Tip-Off Classic. The Indy Hoops Tip-Off Classic is the #1 non-live event in Atlanta, Georgia on April the 13th through the 15th with alumni like Colin Sexton, Zion Williamson, Anthony Simmons, and more. Check out the website and register your team at www.indyhooptipoff.com. Use promo code SUVTV to get $25 off of your team's registration. INDI Hoops. IndyHoopsTipoff.com. They continue to head for the exits. No one saw this coming. Not this margin of victory. 61-38 Norcross.
There are a lot of great coaching moments that if you're a high school or college coach, I don't care what level you're at, I just want you to look at the differences between two benches here, because Norcross, and they're up 23 points, totally engaged. On the flip side, there's just guys looking all over the place from McEachern. But once again, that's another great example of how you can work to coach and get your team better.
Here's Cooper into the forecourt. Layup, good, Okoro. He has 8 in the game. Up ahead, Muhammad to Boston. Boston peels it back out. Brendan Boston, though, is your man right now. 23 points in the game, and he was fouled. This one on Quentin McElroy. Coach Thompson upset about it. Foul called on McElroy. One thing, Coach, you know I love it.
Yeah.
In a game of this level, Norcross got the lead. It went to 8.
Yeah.
It went to 10. It went to 16. It went to 8. They have not let off the gas.
You want to know, we talked about this Sunday on the Hoop Circle. We said this was a statement game for Jesse McMillan, right?
Yep.
He's made a heck of a statement here tonight.
Very
a heck
much.
of a statement.
Shot the passing lane. Okoro with the steal. Up ahead, here's Suggs. The Coop layup good off the window. 18-point lead, 4:45 to go. Sturdivant fouled in the backcourt. This one will be on Sharif Cooper.
Once again, I'm big on energy. I'm big on activity. I'm big on hustle. And all three of those check marks throughout the course of the night is had to go to Norcross.
Coach, we sat here in the first game of the year for Norcross and watched them play Gainesville without any hype.
Yes, we
Isa
did.
Muhammad came in late in December.
Yep.
And I got to see them play, and I purposely came and watched Norcross play in some region matchups where they were supposed to beat the inferior opponents. This is not the same Isa Muhammad that even we saw at Meadow Creek in the region championship game.
I totally agree with you. When we talked about him being one of the keys and how he would play inside, big fella has stepped up big time tonight.
10 points, multiple rebounds. There's another one. Gets it up ahead to Sturdivant. Sturdivant now across the timeline. Killer Kyle has been awesome. Topping drives, took contact, up, no good. Rebound comes down to Okoro. Okoro now brings it up. It was tipped from behind. Okoro takes it, gives it off to Charles Smith. Pump fake, stop, up, shot is up, no good. They haven't been able to make a shot either. Cooper, 3-ball, no, put back, no, foul. They have struggled from the field offensively and defensively, and it has been a lot of jump shooting from the McEachern Indians, but Norcross defensively just been sound. Norcross, you can't say anything bad about Norcross. Have they done anything wrong?
No.
Gordon gets up and will come back in. Caleb Murphy will come back in. Jared Akinbola will come back in.
Everything as a coach that you talk about in your game preparation and what your strategy and your tactics are, Norcross has executed it throughout the night flawlessly.
The one bright spot, Babatunda Akinbola defensively with 8 points, 8 blocks. That's it, to be quite frank with you. Okoro, free throw again. They're trailing by 20. Norcross is whipping them by 19. I'm not trying to over-exaggerate it. If you've been watching this since the first quarter, you've seen what we and Coach and I have seen.
This is a game that I am definitely going to go back and look at because there's a lot of little nuggets that I want to take and use. And any time that I'm talking, having any type of talking to young teams, older groups, college teams, just a lot of things here for a lot of people to learn from, and hopefully from McEachern, depending on what any more action they're going to have an opportunity to play this year. This will be something that hopefully they can learn from.
Both of these teams lost to Tiff last year. McEachern lost to them in the semifinals, and then Norcross lost to them in the state championship. Dalvin White, free throw, good. Norcross protecting home court again. They're 12-1 at home, about to be 13-1, and about to do it against one of the most heaviest favorites in the state of Georgia to win the state championship. To not win it, to favor Everett to win the state championship, that's not going to happen for the second year in a row. Smith, pump fakes, put it on the floor. Oh, man, 7A is so fun.
Oh, yes.
Well, Georgia's fun. Let me not take any. Oh, Killer Kyle with a steal. On the break, layup, no. Follow, Boston, no. Here comes Okoro. Okoro now driving. Okoro all the way. Stop off the window, no. Bothered. Topping got the rebound. The state of Georgia, period, has great basketball. 7A gets most of the attention because it's the bigger schools, but 6A, 5A are very, very solid as well. And that 2A is fun too now.
A lot of fun. This has been a great year covering Georgia high school basketball.
There's your alley-oop. Put a fork in them. Muhammad. They're done. 67-44. 3:22. 3-ball. Smith, no. Rebound. Oh, Muhammad. Man, where did they have Isaac Muhammad? Isaac Muhammad.
I'm going to tell you this right here. Muhammad's going to probably get him a couple high-level offers. A couple more, put it that way.
The junior 6'9". Now, Coach, I'm going to say this right now. Minus Dalvin White as a major player, everybody on this floor, my White and JoJo Topping will be back next year. So get ready. And Norcross got the bragging rights. Free throw, good, Dalvin White. Look at the savvy veteran.
All we said about him is that he's underrated and all he's done is won, right?
That's it. 105 and 17 in his 4-year career. He's about to get number 106.
What's that song right there? All I do is win, win? Okay.
Now he wants to go cap it off with a state championship. 3-ball, Smith, it skips off. Dalvin White a rebound. White gets it up, pass is stolen by Charles Smith, kicks it over to Suggs, who puts it in for a hoop. And a timeout call. Coach Thompson fire hot. 46 points from McEachern. And I'm watching the body language again. Norcross, it's a 30-second timeout. Norcross, Coach Jesse Mack still has that board in his hand and he's working it. 2:58 to go, and this place was jam-packed and you couldn't have a seat, and now it's almost empty.
But you want to know why Coach Mack still has the board right now? Because he's preparing them for the next game, right? you can enjoy this and you can enjoy it for the moment, but you know what? You still got a semifinal game, and it looks like they're going to be playing the Newton Rams, if I'm correct. I think I'm correct.
You are right. Let me check it just a moment here.
Unless something miraculous happened.
No, because they were laying wood to Wheeler as well. 12-point game, 2 minutes to go. It's our CBA Sports State Tournament basketball score update. Newton 77-65 on Wheeler. Murphy gives it over to Brandon Boston. Boston now. Norcross going to start running out that clock. Foul call. A 19-2 run to end the first quarter for Norcross.
I can tell whoever's in charge of the AC, they can turn it off now.
It's back on. You feel it now, though.
Man, what are you talking about? I might have to put my three-quarter parka on.
Norcross, the Blue Devils. They're going to move on to the semifinals. Boston free throw good. JoJo Toppingen has 12 points, but he had 10 in the first quarter during that 19-2 run, and that was it for the Blue Devils.
This was just an impressive game across the board for Norcross.
All the way around.
I tip my hat to everybody involved with the Norcross program, even from the people taking the tickets out front. Everything was first class.
Smith layup, no. Bothered, they haven't been able to make a layup all night. Long three, Suggs, back iron, no. Rebound, Okoro, gives it to Smith. Go get that shot out of here. JoJo Topping again, still protecting the basket in a blowout. 71-46. Norcross has it in a foul by Sturdivant. Man, it's going to be some hard lessons to learn on the bus ride home for the McEachern Indians. Still a very talented basketball team. Norcross is the better basketball team, and they just showed you why, and they left no doubt about it.
I tell you, evidently, Issa Muhammad must have been listening to us on Sunday night, because I tell you, this young man was in another gear. He definitely got a double-double tonight. I just can't wait to see the final points and rebounds overall.
Sturdivant at the free throw line. Just been Kyle Sturdivant. 10 points, 11 points. They're going to 12 points. He made them both. Oh, the overrated chant now comes from the Norcross student section. They are giving them the business. 3-ball, no. Suggs rebound up, kick it back out. Holds it and appeal it back 2 minutes. A 27-point lead for Norcross. You could have told me Norcross was going to win. You would never have told me either one of them would win by more. What did we say, 6, 8 points?
Yeah, I thought it was going to come down to a last shot.
Akinbola, a 3. 73-49.
As a big man coach, I love the way Akinbola plays.
He does. Okoro with the steal up ahead to Charles Smith. He drives, he scores, layup good. A lot of garbage points now being put on by the McEachern Indians. 73-51. Here's Sturdivant dribbling. Sturdivant going to drive and stop Muhammad. A reverse good. Isa Muhammad. 10 in the quarter, 14 in the game. They average 71. They've got 75. They give up 56. They've only given up 51. Behind the back, Cooper, 74 seconds.
Hey, Ronnie Hamilton from Middle Tennessee State just came by me. And by the way, I think he's pulled off two of the biggest recruits in this state, KJ Buffin from Gainesville and Ty Fagan from Upson Lee.
Norcross just dumped the bench. It's a deep bench too now. Alonzo Johnson, Rico Virgil, Shelton Zion, Lewis Williams, and now Javon Lowry. They dumped the bench. McEachern still with the heavyweight starters out there. And Coach Thompson going to make them feel it. Jumper, Lowry, no good. Rebound comes down to Okoro. Okoro now skips it up ahead now to Smith. Smith hesitates, going to drive all the way, stop, lost it, a turnover. Virgil with the steal. Here comes Rico coming back this way. Alonzo Johnson now gives it to Zion. Zion blew the layup out of bounds off of Babatunda Akinbola.
It's just one of those nights. Just one of those nights.
I don't want you to get it confused. Norcross is a very, very good team. That's why we showed you the out-of-state stuff. It takes a lot to beat McEachern, They have beaten them worse than anybody else in the state of Georgia. Long lead pass. Cooper layup good. The closest game a Georgia opponent has came within McEachern is Wheeler at 12. Holy Spirit, a GHSA opponent, was within 9. Norcross is beating them by 20 plus. Virgil running out the clock. They try to steal it away. Okora gets it up to Cooper. Cooper's going to go and get another layup. Good. It's tacking on. That's going to make it a 20-point game. The clock is at 6, 5, 4, 3, and the Norcross Blue Devils have advanced to the Class 7A semifinals with a 75-55 win over the McEachern Indians, and they left no doubt about it. They trailed 6-5. They went on a 19-2 run, and Coach and I played filler the rest of the broadcast. We'll wrap it up, get the stats for you at the end, and come right back. TheSUVTV.com.
The 360, and he throws it down.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath.
Sexton gonna step back, fade away three. Oh my goodness! Colin Sexton!
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling in toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson.
Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
I just got a text a minute ago said they're down 5 with a minute 24 to go. Have a good one.
Joel Hillsman and Lewis Preston back here with you from the House of Blue on the campus of Norcross High School, where the Norcross Blue Devils have eliminated the McEachern Indians with a 75-55 victory. Coach, I'll go over the numbers for you. I'll go over the numbers with you right quick. First, for the victors, Norcross, I had to catch myself. I was about to say the champions because we thought this was a state championship game, but Norcross looked like a team a team that wants to win a championship, and a program that has 5 of them. Brandon Boston with 25 points, Isa Muhammad 14, Sturdivant and Topping each had 12. Dalvin White with 8. They were our players to watch. They did work.
They stepped up. They did what they did. To me, the MVP of the game right now, as I look back on this, Brandon Boston got it done early. Issa Muhammad stepped up and was a man in the paint tonight. I tip my hat to him. Congratulations. Good luck in the state semis.
For the McEachern Indians, the final numbers, well, a lot of them are inflated. Sharif Cooper, 17 points. Charles Smith, the fourth, 11. Isaac Okoro, 10. That was their double-figure scores. The one standout, Babatunda Akinbola, he finished with 8 blocks on the night, so defensively he was there. But, Coach, the key in the game, it was 6-5 after a Sharif Cooper three-pointer. And Norcross went on a 19-2 run, and they led 24-8, and they never let up.
And the one thing about that you said, which was a great point, they never let up. They never looked back. They never gave us any shadow of a doubt that they were going to win this game. And I tip my hat to Coach McMillan, his staff, once again to everybody here in the House of Blue, because you were the better team out here for all 32 minutes tonight.
That's why you want to see two programs like McEachern and Norcross play. A lot of people said they played too early. We can always say that the game is played between the 94-foot court or 84-foot court. And a lot of people had McEachern winning Georgia. And a lot of people know basketball. And Norcross, they had other ideas. Norcross, they improved to 27-3. McEachern, their season is over. They are 26-3. Their 15-game winning streak is snapped, and their season falls short. Again, they lost in the semifinals last year, losing the quarterfinals this year. Norcross in the semifinals again, and they're awaiting the winner of Wheeler and Newton. And while I pull that up, let's take a look at our 2018 Icebreaker Invitational, proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. The best teams from across the nation travel to Augusta, Georgia each year to start their travel season off at the Icebreaker Invitational. This 200-plus team event is the premier event for travel teams to participate in before playing in the April live period. Great facilities, great teams, and big-time media coverage. The games will be streamed live on SUB TV. Also, special thanks goes out to Indy Hoops Tip-Off Classic. The Indy Hoops Tip-Off Classic is the #1 non-live event in Atlanta, Georgia on April the 13th through the 15th with alumni like Colin Sexton, Zion Williamson, Anthony Simmons, and more. Check out the website and register your team at www.indyhoopstipoff.com. Use promo code SUBTV to get $25 off of your team's registration. And also, a great thanks goes out to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine offers the specialized care to keep your superstar playing at the highest level. Find the location nearest you at choa.org/sportsmed. Joel Hillsman, Lewis Preston, glad that you were with us wherever you were tonight in whatever state. This is the SUVTV.com coverage of the Georgia 7A state basketball quarterfinals, or the Elite Eight, and it was a barn burner for about 3 minutes. Norcross 75-55 over McEachern, and they did it very, very impressive. Do we have a Wheeler score? Wheeler, okay, Newton with the win. All right, Newton 85-79. That is a final. Oh, no, it's not a final. Okay. Our CBA Sports Scoreboard update. I've been up here in the booth. I don't have anything for you. It is 80. Oh, they're still playing. 5 seconds to go. 86-81, but the game is about to end. It is on SUV TV. A long three is no good. And Newton 87-81 over Wheeler. That's why you're live right here, SUV TV. So it is Wheeler and Norcross. Excuse me, Newton and Norcross. Listen to me. All messed up. Newton just won. Yes, they did. Newton wins, and it'll be Newton and Norcross in the semifinals Saturday at Beaufort City Arena. Coach, final thoughts?
Final thoughts here tonight, once again, from everybody from top to bottom here at the House of Blue. You once again showed us your championship pedigree and your culture that has been in this program for years. make me go back 10, 11 years when Coach Eddie Martin was here and Jesse McMillan was on that staff. They came out here, they threw the first punch, and they kept throwing punches all night long. For McEachern, it'll be curious to see where they go from here, but once again, wasn't their night, didn't have the energy, didn't have the passion, didn't have the fire that I thought they would have to come here and play on the road here at Norcross. But once again, congratulations to Norcross. Norcross-Newton is going to be a great game with a lot of opportunity there on both sides of the ball.
It is going to be very, very, very good. All right, our final basketball broadcast of the season here on SUV TV. I want to take a moment to thank every listener, every viewer, and everybody that uses SUV TV, coaches, fans, players, parents, grandparents, aunt, uncle, nieces. Coach Preston joined me this year, our first time in the booth together, bro. I love you.
Same here. I love being around people that have a passion and a love for basketball, and we may have joked each other throughout the year, calling you Mr. McEachern, everything of that nature, but you are a Class A professional, along with Barry Browner, Mario Mays, Slider Sports Guy, everybody, Lisa, Marcus. It's been great, been a lot of fun being able to do this, and once again, keep that fire going, how much I love the game of basketball. I don't care whether it's high school, college, pro, YBOA, middle school, elementary school, or two kids out on the park, or a couple old men in their Sunday socks and Sunday shoes playing on a Sunday afternoon. This is what basketball is all about.
I love it. Now, let me get a PSA now. I'm not Mr. McEachern. That was my pick before the year, all right? Get out of here. You're trying to get me in trouble here around these parts. I love Norcross. I'm in one of my favorite gyms, too. Shoot, man, I can't catch a break nowhere. Listening to you.
You sure can.
I can't.
I had your varsity sweater out in my trunk.
I still got one out there, too. I go to 5A. I got the 5A semifinal, so I guess they'll call me a homer there, too, somewhere. But that's what it is when you cover the state of Georgia. I thank everybody, our wonderful producer, our wonderful camera people, thesuvtv.com. Now, that was our final basketball broadcast, but stay tuned to thesuvtv.com and at SUVTV. The Georgia Hoop Circle special edition coming to you later on this week. Final score, Norcross 75, McEachern 55 in the state of Georgia. Again, we thank you all for your listening, watching, and your tweets. This has been the GHSA State Basketball 7A quarterfinals on the SUVTV.com.